Oh, hey there, Bear. What are you doing?
I'm just finishing up the directions for the student's journal.
Oh, that's great. I'm so glad you were willing to do that. Is it hard to type with pause?
Uh, no, not really. You know what makes it hard? Is that I'm a stuffed bear.
Oh, well, you're doing your best. Thank you.
Thank you. Why don't you come over here and start this video already?
All right, I'm on my way. Hey, bud. Good job. It's amazing you can type so fast with these paws. All right. Anyway, good morning, fourth grade. I wanted to give you an update on the upcoming week. So first of all, happy Sunday. Bear says hi. And hopefully you've had a great week, the last week, and caught up on the packet and some of the other learning. I've been reaching out to students and so have the other teachers, and it's been great to talk to you. It's great that you're checking out the YouTube videos and doing all the things that you're doing, and it's wonderful to hear. I'm really looking forward to our morning meeting that we're going to have on Thursday, and remember to bring your favorite stuffed animal. Guess who I might bring? Hint, it's not going to be Bear. Anyway, we are headed into what we're calling phase 2 of the school closure. So phase 1 was the last 2 weeks where you had some packet work to work on and you had a biography book to read and you've been watching some YouTube videos. And we're moving into phase 2, which will happen between like now and that week that was supposed to be spring break, that I think still is spring break, and we're kind of figuring out exactly what that's going to look like. But part of phase 2 is we're giving you a little more direction about what to do for home learning. So that's what's coming. This video in particular is about the journal that is part of your weekly schedule and probably will be for a little while. Think of it sort of like your weekly reflection. So I want to give you an overview of it now and read the directions to you so that you know exactly what to do. Bear, are you done with that?
Oh, yeah.
All right, thanks, Bear. All right, I'm going to read them and put them up on the screen so you can sort of follow along as I'm reading them out loud. All right, the 2020 Pandemic Journal Overview. You are living through a major event in history. It will be remembered forever. In 50 years, fourth graders just like you will be reading about it in history books and watching holographic brain pop videos about it. In a way, you are lucky to be experiencing the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. No one alive in America right now has ever lived through something quite like this. We're all experiencing it together, no matter how old we are or our place in the world. And 9 and 10-year-olds are the only ones living through it as fourth graders. Nobody else knows what it's like to be a fourth grader right now. History needs your perspective. You will keep a journal to tell your story of the 2020 pandemic. It will be something you can keep forever to remember the time you lived through history. Maybe you will read it to your grandkids someday when they ask you what the year 2020 was like. Or you could share it with historians so they can include the perspective of a fourth grader in the history books. Who knows? Maybe your journal will be a primary source document included in the holographic brain pop I mentioned before. Or perhaps someone, maybe even you, will use your journal to write a script for a Broadway musical. Think like Hamilton, but about social distancing as a fourth grader. Either way, you can have Lin-Manuel Miranda write a song for it. You could even write a song for it. The possibilities are endless. All right, now on to the directions. Oh, shoot, I ran out of room. That long introduction. I will move on to the next page. Follow along with me. Here are the actual directions for you. All right, in order to document what life was like as a fourth grader in 2020, here's what you're going to need to do. Here's the materials you will need. A favorite pen or pencil. Yes, I actually wrote pen. If you would like and you prefer to write in pen, you can for this one. If you have one at home, please use a notebook, a composition journal, or a diary to do your writing. Think something like your weekly reflection journal. So let me show you a few things that we happen to have around my house. Now I know I'm a teacher, so I kind of have a lot of teachery stuff around my house. So maybe you don't have these things at home and that's okay. Something like this would be fine. Like it's just like your standard notebook. Or if you prefer and you're lucky, you might have the Black Panther version of a notebook. That would also work too. You could just take loose leaf paper, and each day the journal would be a different page, and then if you had a folder, you could slide the paper inside the folder to keep it there. No worries if you don't have those things at home. If you do not have them at home, ask your parents to get one at Wegmans, Target, or Walmart the next time they go to get groceries. The dollar store usually has them too. And I'm pretty sure they're pretty cheap at the dollar store. They cost like, I don't know, $1. And if you can't get a notebook for any reason, or you don't have one, also totally fine. You may create a Google Doc and type your journal. I want to stress here that I would prefer that you handwrite them. So if you have a journal or you have paper, I would prefer it. But I do know that some students do better and prefer to type. So that's a choice you can make with your parents. And if you don't have a journal, then you can definitely just use a Google Doc and type it in. All right, here are the directions. Write for about 20 minutes per entry. Try to write at least one complete paragraph, about 5 to 10 sentences. Feel free to write more. I would not write more than one page because it's going to get so long that when you do read it to your grandkids in the future, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, Grandma, this is going on forever. We just want to get back to holographic brain pop. Yeah, your grandkids are kind of sassy. So I wouldn't write too much. Sketches are okay and even encouraged, but be careful not to make your journal look sloppy. So you don't want sketches that are like covering up your words or tearing holes in the page or making it look sloppy. You should write at least 4 journal entries per week, but I encourage you to write every day if you want to. I will give you at least 4 prompts per week. Please answer the prompts first. Then, if you want to write more, you can write more, but answer the prompts first. When you're done writing, after the, say, 15 minutes or so, spend the last 5 minutes of your time, reread your journal entry every time after you write it. Correct obvious mechanical errors. So did you leave out periods or capital letters? Those are simple and you can fix those on your own. And here's one of the most important parts. Be honest, open, detailed, and creative. Share your emotions in your writing. That's what will make your grandkids want to read it. Remember how we brought our paleo letters to life by adding character feelings? Like, what were the characters feeling? What were they thinking? What was it really like, right? That's what you want to add to this journal the best that you can. You have an amazing opportunity here that nobody else in history has ever had. And you think you'll remember all this stuff for the rest of your life, but there's a chance that you'll forget a lot of it. Trust me, I'm almost 40 years old, and you tend to forget certain things, even things that you thought you would never forget. But if you write them down now, you will have them forever, and it will make an awesome story in the future. Think of this as like a final product that you'll deliver in 50 years, or 20, or 30, even if your grandkids are kind of whiny. All right. Great job, Barry. Thanks for writing these directions.
You're welcome.
Oh, Barry, you're the best. Hey, Barry, he's so tired. Look at this. He can't even stay awake. He was working all night on it. Bye, 4th grade.